In May this year, the recording started of a programme set up by the Healthy Lifestyle team based at St Peter's Centre, Burnley. They had devised a therapy session to help with the rehabilitation of stroke patients. These weekly sessions took place at the Vincent Farrell Community Centre in Burnley. Clinical Referrers Lead Beth Barron explains in more detail.
Well, I am a member of the Healthy Lifestyles team employed by Burnley Borough Council. We are funded by Lancashire County Council's Public Health team and also East Lancashire CCG to provide a range of healthy lifestyles interventions for people, from weight management to exercise on prescription to smoking cessation, cardiac rehabilitation as well. We realised probably about 2 years ago that there was a bit of a gap for rehabilitation for people who've had strokes, and that they couldn't really be accommodated within the generic programmes that we provide. So we sought some funding to be able to provide a specialist programme for stroke survivors, and I did a specialist level 4 training, which I completed at the beginning of this year before starting up the project. We were successful with that funding and we're now providing a 12-month project. What we're doing is we are bringing people who have had a stroke in for a one-to-one assessment. They have a full assessment with a physical assessment, we look at well-being, we look at goals, and then we look at a suitable exercise programme for them to come on to. And that's what this session here is. It's a specific, stroke-specific exercise class so that people who have limitations because of the stroke can still exercise. Okay, sat nice and evenly on the chair, bottom distributed evenly.
Because my dad has struggled to get physio through the NHS for one reason or the other. So when we heard about this, I think for the ones that are mobile, this is the best. Yeah.
A session is an hour and a half. We have the actual exercise itself, we have a cup of tea and some social time, and we try to incorporate health messages within that as well. So looking at, healthy eating, looking at the control of blood pressure, looking at weight management and general physical activity as well. But it's an hour and a half every week. It's a 12-week programme. Once we've completed the first set of 12 weeks, we're then going to provide a continuation class for people to access so they can carry on coming for as long as they want. The actual pilot project is 12 months. So we're really just trying to kind of prove really that what we're doing works, and so far we've had some really good feedback from the guys that are accessing the sessions.
Beth asked Colin Barker's wife Shirley if she thought the course had made any difference in Colin's movements.
Yes, he's managed to walk to the bus stop again.
Okay.
With my, because it's quite a way away, with my support and a walking stick.
Yeah.
And he's managed to walk more or less through Burnley with my sitting, having a rest in between.
There is a marked improvement in Colin's sit-to-stand exercise. Although the earlier sessions are not too bad, we see here a much more confident Colin.
Some of the positive impacts, I think I've certainly seen an improvement in quality of movement in some of the affected side. We've seen improvement in walking ability, sit to stand, which is sort of very functional. It's such a daily activity that people have to be able to get in and out of chairs. And a lot of the goals that were set were around walking and wanting to walk further and wanting to be able to do the shopping without getting tired, or have a walk around the park. So that's what we're working towards. And using this very specific type of class really just tailor towards people and, as I said, the limitations. So even somebody who maybe has no grip on one side can still do band work by changing the way that they do or hold a band, so that they can still participate. Nobody's excluded in any way, shape or form, which is another real positive, because as I say, in the generic exercise on prescription classes, there would be almost a level of exclusion in certain exercises, and that doesn't happen here.
I think it's up to confidence, firstly socially.
Yeah.
He's enjoyed it. He's enjoyed coming, and that's helped in every way anyway, just to have that social contact with somebody similar to yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think each spur each other on as well. Yes. You can see somebody doing it and I can do that better. Yeah. So it's given them that bit of push kind of thing, yeah.
Okay. The programme was devised by a company called Later Life Training that specialise in exercise for the older adult. So they also deliver the postural stability instructor training for the falls prevention, which we have 3 members of staff trained. It's all the same company. So all evidence-based, it's backed by a university in Scotland, so it's very, very well evidence-based. Same exercise every week, so you can see the progression, and so we're able to progress each person individually. And the idea is by the end of the 12-week programme we'll have some real gain, and that's measured.
At the start of a 12-week session, each of the patients filled in a questionnaire, which would be relevant to things like confidence in performing various tasks.
Without your stick, so that's not very, and that's extremely confident. So you need to just make
And then the same questionnaire was filled in at the end of the course. This was to determine how each individual viewed what progress, if any of course, had been made.
Is how confident.
The evidence is quite clear. Terence Spencer, for instance, has improved noticeably from when he started the course. For instance, his confidence in walking has improved immensely. This is Terence in one of the early sessions, and now, 12 weeks later, there is much improvement in his movement. Also, it is clear that he is a lot more confident.
There is slightly moved his bad arm, which he's never moved in 7 years.
Yeah.
He's climbing the stairs better. He doesn't do as much exercise at home as he could.
Okay.
He's walking better, sitting and getting out to the chair better.
Beth asked Shirley if she would recommend the course to others.
Definitely. Yeah, we've spoken to a few people, and how good it's been, and I would recommend it.
Great.
I think my muscles seem to be a bit more flexible. Couldn't walk in the beginning, couldn't even get from a seat to standing. I mean, Beth's taught me to swing my arms when I walk. I tended to just walk a bit like a zombie.
This is Julie walking in one of the early sessions, and again, some weeks later, with much improvement in arm swing and her posture.
I think it's been well organised, a good location, excellent teaching. The group size has been good. I think the exercise plans have been excellent as well, and suitable for each individual as well. They've been able to do their bit within that sort of scope.
For most stroke patients, the fact that they are unable to do things that came naturally to them can often lead to depression. This course helps to stop that from happening. Irene Daniels had a very active life until 5 years ago, when she had her stroke.
5 years. 5 long years. Well, I was working full-time hairdressing and walking. Used to walk for miles, 12 miles at a time, and basically just housework and just never stopped.
I mean, 12 weeks, it's a good length of time, but in case of the strokes, it's not an awful long time to see any big improvement.
No, it isn't.
It's an ongoing thing, and it gives, I think the confidence boost is one of the things as well.
My problem was my posture, so I've really hoping to improve my posture because I stoop too much. I think this is my 9th week. I feel stronger, She's very good, is Beth. It's like physio to me, because once you pass a certain stage, you have to fight to get physio. But this is like physio to me, I think I've only done it a couple of weeks, and then I think you can extend it. So I'll be extending it,
This is Irene in an earlier session. and now much better posture later on. Also, her walking has improved. This was Irene at the end of May. And now, mid-July, and a much more confident lady.